Let me tell you about a hilarious moment. One of those unexpected gems you stumble upon while channel surfing. I caught on Matchgame the other night. It's a show I've always enjoyed for its simple premise and the unpredictable nature of its celebrity guests. It was one of those laugh-out-loud TV moments, the kind where you're clutching your sides and trying not to wake the neighbors. You wish you could share with someone. You immediately want to text your friends, "You have to see this." The episode was a celebrity special, always a recipe for either disaster or comedic brilliance. Thankfully, this one leaned heavily towards the latter. Selena Gomez, looking radiant and ready to play, Cara Delevingne, bringing her signature quirky energy, Kevin Nealon, with his dry wit and deadpan delivery, and Anthony Anderson, known for his infectious enthusiasm, were on the panel. A truly eclectic mix, promising a wide range of comedic styles. The set was buzzing, the audience was hyped, clearly anticipating some good old-fashioned game show fun, and the panelists were clearly there to have fun. You could tell they were genuinely enjoying each other's company, which always makes for better TV. Matchgame is all about filling in the blanks, both literally and figuratively, but the real magic is in the unexpected answers and reactions. That's where the true comedy gold lies. The questions are always a bit silly, bordering on ridiculous, designed to get the panelists to crack up, and more often than not, they succeed spectacularly. This night, the laughs were non-stop, a constant barrage of witty remarks and outrageous guesses. But one moment completely stole the show. It was a true highlight reel moment. It was pure, unscripted comedy. The kind of thing that just happens organically, something you just can't plan. You can't write that kind of humor. It has to be born in the moment. The best part of these shows is when the celebrities let loose, drop their carefully constructed personas, and the laughter takes over. It becomes infectious, spreading from the panel to the audience and even to those watching at home. This episode was a perfect reminder of why I love game shows like this. They're a comforting escape, a dose of lighthearted fun in a world that often feels too serious. It brought everyone together for a shared moment of joy, even if we were all watching from home. That's the power of television at its best. Sometimes, the funniest moments are the ones nobody saw coming. The unexpected quips, the spontaneous reactions, the sheer absurdity of it all. That's what makes live TV so special. The potential for anything to happen, the thrill of the unknown, and this moment, it was comedy gold. A true gem that I'll be chuckling about for days to come. Martinshort was the host, stepping into the role with a blend of seasoned professionalism and unpredictable comedic flair. He wasn't just there to read lines, he was there to orchestrate an evening of unforgettable entertainment. And he was on fire. From the moment he took the stage, it was clear that he had come to play. His energy was infectious, and his comedic timing was impeccable. He came out dancing, a whirlwind of energy and enthusiasm that immediately captivated the audience. It was a grand entrance, setting the stage for the hilarity that was about to unfold, grinning ear to ear, radiating pure joy and excitement. His smile was a beacon, inviting everyone to join in the fun and laughter, instantly setting the tone. The atmosphere was electric, buzzing with anticipation and excitement. Martin had created an environment where anything could happen, and everyone was ready for the ride. Martin doesn't just read questions, he performs them, infusing each one with his unique brand of humor and theatricality. He transformed mundane inquiries into comedic masterpieces, adding voices and faces, bringing the questions to life in unexpected and hilarious ways. His impressions were spot on, and his facial expressions were priceless, making everyone feel part of the fun. He had a knack for connecting with the audience, making them feel like they were in on the joke. His energy is contagious, spreading like wildfire through the studio. It was impossible not to get caught up in his infectious enthusiasm, spreading to the panel and the audience. Laughter filled the air, creating a sense of camaraderie and shared enjoyment. He teased Kevin Nealon, complimented Selena, and kept the atmosphere light and silly. He had a gift for balancing playful banter with genuine warmth, creating a welcoming and entertaining environment for everyone involved. Martin's real gift is making everyone comfortable enough to be goofy. He created a space where people felt free to let loose and embrace their inner child. He's a master at building anticipation, turning even a simple question into an event. He knew how to milk a moment for all it's worth, creating a sense of drama and excitement that kept the audience on the edge of their seats. Before the big question, he did a little shimmy, grinned mischievously, and had everyone hanging on his every word. He knew how to command attention, captivating the audience with his wit and charm. He's quick, always ready with a comeback or a funny ad-lib. His mind was always working, churning out jokes and witty observations at lightning speed. Martin listens, builds on the panel's jokes, and keeps the show feeling spontaneous. He had a knack for creating a collaborative atmosphere, where everyone felt comfortable contributing to the comedic chaos. When the panel started to go off the rails, he jumped right in, laughing harder than anyone. He wasn't afraid to get silly, and his willingness to embrace the chaos made the show even more entertaining. That's the sign of a great host. He's having as much fun as the audience. His genuine enjoyment was palpable, creating a sense of shared experience that resonated with viewers. Martinshort was the perfect ringmaster for this wild, hilarious night. He guided the show with a steady hand, ensuring that the chaos never spiraled out of control. He made every moment feel special, and when the chaos hit, he was right at the center, loving every second. He thrived in the midst of the mayhem, reveling in the unpredictable nature of live television. The final round arrived, the culmination of all the wit and wacky humor that had preceded it. The stakes were high, the energy palpable, and the contestants were ready to battle it out for the grand prize. And Martinshort, with his signature comedic timing, picked up the blue card with dramatic flair, a twinkle in his eye suggesting he knew exactly the kind of chaos he was about to unleash. He looked directly at the camera, a mischievous grin spreading across his face, and announced with a playful tone, "All right, panel, get your pens ready. Sharpen those pencils, because you're going to need all your comedic prowess for this one." The question, the moment of truth, the comedic catalyst. Selena Gomez is so incredibly popular, a true cultural icon last night in a move that shocked and delighted fans everywhere. She announced she was starting a blank. And in a surprising twist, she revealed that her first two members, none other than me, Martinshort, and the hilarious Anthony Anderson. The setup was absolutely perfect, personal, drawing on the celebrities' own personas, playful, hinting at the absurd, and wide open, offering endless possibilities for truly hilarious and outrageous answers. The audience and the panel were already erupting in laughter, completely losing it before anyone even had a chance to put pen to paper. The word Throuple was hanging heavy in the air, unspoken but undeniably obvious, the elephant in the room just waiting to be acknowledged. Martin knew exactly what he was doing, a master of comedic manipulation, grinning with anticipation as the panelists started scribbling furiously, some laughing so hard that tears were streaming down their faces, barely able to grip their pens. This is the sheer genius of matchgame, a testament to clever writing and quick wit. The questions are meticulously crafted, designed not just to fill a blank, but to spark a chain reaction of uproarious comedy. Selena and Anthony's reactions were absolutely priceless, adding another layer of comedic gold to the already hilarious situation. Selena blushing with a mixture of amusement and slight embarrassment, Anthony hamming it up with his signature over-the-top expressions and gestures. The question wasn't just a simple prompt, it was the carefully constructed launchpad for a whole unscripted comedic scene to unfold. Martin, the seasoned comedian, expertly set the stage, and the panel, a collection of comedic talents, was more than ready to deliver the punchlines. The anticipation in the studio was electric, crackling with the promise of comedic brilliance. You could practically feel that something truly hilarious, something unforgettable was just about to happen, about to explode onto the screen, and it all started with that one, seemingly simple, but perfectly written question, a testament to the power of comedic writing. While the others scribbled answers, the camera found Kevin Nealon completely puzzled. Pen in hand, card blank, he looked genuinely confused. He glanced at Cara, then Martin, eyebrows furrowed. Finally, in his classic deadpan, he asked, "Martin, what does Throuple mean?" The studio exploded with laughter. It was so pure. Kevin truly didn't know, and his timing was perfect. Martinshort doubled over, tears streaming, barely able to speak. The panel lost it. Anthony was slapping his knee. Cara was howling. Kevin's confusion became the main event, outshining the original joke. That's Kevin's brilliance. His comedy comes from being just a bit out of sync with the world. His question wasn't a bit, it was real, and that made it even funnier. Everyone could relate to being left out of a joke. Instead of trying to be funny, Kevin just was. In that moment, he stole the show. Sometimes the best comedy is completely unintentional, and Kevin's honest curiosity gave everyone a laugh they'll never forget. Amid the chaos, Selena Gomez and Cara Delevingne were a show of their own. Selena, not supposed to answer, couldn't resist getting involved. She was the subject after all. She and Cara whispered and giggled, bouncing ideas off each other like mischievous schoolkids. Cara would write, show Selena, and they'd burst into laughter, totally in their own world. Their friendship and chemistry were on full display, adding another layer of fun. The camera caught their secret plotting, making us all want to eavesdrop. It wasn't about winning, it was about making each other laugh. Their whispered antics made the whole scene feel even more genuine and spontaneous. Once the laughter died down, it was time for the panel's answers. Martin started with Cara, who grinned and held up book club. The audience roared. Next, comedian Whitney Cummings revealed detective agency, painting a hilarious mental image. Each answer was clever, unexpected, and fun. Anthony Anderson's turn, he wrote dance crew, then busted out a dance move, sending the crowd into hysterics. Selena just shook her head, laughing along. The panelists were on a roll, each answer topping the last. No one went for the obvious joke, they got creative, making the game about laughs, not just matching. The variety was what made it so entertaining. A book club, detective agency, dance crew, each answer sparked a new round of laughter. The panel's quick wit turned a simple question into a comedy showcase. It was less about the game, more about making the room laugh. That's the magic of Match Game at its best. The panel's chemistry was undeniable. Every answer was a mini comedy sketch. Anthony Anderson was the MVP of the night. From the moment his name was in the question, he played along, hamming it up with Selena. When Kevin asked about Throuple, Anthony's booming laugh filled the studio. He wasn't laughing at Kevin. He was just loving the moment. When the contestant's answer was revealed, Martinshort jumped in, declaring, "Looks like you two are starting a throuple, but you need a third member." Martin squeezed between Selena and Anthony, posing for a throuple portrait. Anthony hugged them both, shouting, "We did it! We're a throuple!" as the audience went wild. It was the perfect, over-the-top finish to the joke. Finally, it was time for the contestant's answer. Brenda, the contestant, turned her card to reveal, "Throuple!" The studio erupted. She'd nailed the unspoken joke. Kevin's realization was priceless. He finally got it, sending the room into another fit of laughter. Martin explained Throuple for anyone still confused, keeping it light and funny. The whole sequence was a masterclass in comedic timing. From setup to reveal, every beat landed perfectly. The audience's roar was for the answer, and for the wild, hilarious ride they'd just been on. It was a shared moment of pure fun. What made this segment so special? It was real, unscripted comedy. You can't plan Kevin's confusion or Selena and Cara's whispered giggles. The best laughs come from genuine moments, not scripts. This was ensemble comedy at its finest. Everyone played a part. Martin set the stage, Kevin was the unwitting star, Selena and Cara the sidekicks, Anthony the enthusiastic participant. The humor was innocent, never mean-spirited. Even Kevin's cluelessness was celebrated, not mocked. The show created a warm, inviting atmosphere where everyone felt included. It was a reminder of why we watch to laugh, to be surprised, to see celebrities just being silly. This Throuple moment was a perfect storm of great host, fun panel, and an unexpected twist. Sometimes, the best TV is the stuff you can't script. And this was one of those unforgettable, joyful moments.